What's going on, everybody? It is that time once again for some more Gran Turismo 7. And there we are. Alright. What's going on, everybody? We back here again. So, we actually have a rather interesting lineup this week. Kind of a weird one, honestly. So, I guess let's just get straight into it. So, first things first. Well, we will be doing Daily Race B for the majority of this stream, because with the way Daily Race C is, it's very weird, because with the way this looks, it just hit me like just before I went live. With the way this is looking, honestly, this should be over here on Daily Race A, and these two should be B and C respectively, depending, maybe swap them around or whatever. But yeah, so we basically have what should be a Daily Race A as a Daily Race B or a Daily Race C this week. So as you can see, we can only have a maximum of 226 horsepower for this one. And let me go ahead and show you the regulations here. So, first off, we gotta have the racing hard tires, and as I just said, the car has to be 226 horsepower or less, and the weight has to be at least 1786, in which I have it exactly on the dot up here. We must have a wide body, and obviously no nitrous or anything like that. And we have two choices. We got the choice of either the Toyota Sprinter Torino, aka the Toyota E86. Well, I mean, I guess they're both E86s, but yeah, the Toyota Sprinter Torino or the Corolla Levin. And I chose the Torino because that's the one that I saw first in the used car dealership. And it's honestly a good thing I got my hands on the car when I did. I spent some time last night tuning this car up, and it's a good thing I got my hands on this car when I did, because supposedly so many people can't get a hold of either of these cars because they're sold out in the used car dealership. So there's some people that literally can't even play this race because they can't even acquire the car if they didn't already have it. But luckily I was able to get one, and as I said, I spent some time last night like getting this bad boy tuned up and ready to go. I couldn't quite get the horsepower at the max cap, but we're only like 3 horsepower off, so it's good enough. And yeah, as I said, I got the weight pretty much right on the dot. So, and yeah, the tune I have, it's definitely not the greatest, honestly. Like, there are definitely people out there with far better tunes than I got, but the one I got works out good enough, I would say. I mean, my best time with it is a 59.4, which puts me almost 2 seconds within the fastest time, which is a 57.3. So yeah, I say this tune works out fairly well. It is kind of a bitch to drive though, mostly because I only just started practicing this on the wheel, because when I was tuning this last night, I was playing on controller because it was very late last night, and for reasons I can't use my wheel like very late at night. So I did most of the testing with this on controller up until just now. Right before I started streaming, I was running some laps. So yeah, the plan is we're gonna do at least one of these. That is confirmed. But depending on whether I do 2 of them or not, all depends on how this first race goes, because there's no driver rating updates, but there are safety rating updates, and from what I've heard, this race with this combo is a bit of a shit show, because it's a wider skill gap on this one, because for one, there's not as many people out there that are not very good at tuning, including myself, and yeah, there's just going to be a much wider skill gap on this one, so I have no idea how these are going to go. Honestly, I don't care how well I do in these races. My goal is just to survive without destroying my safety rating. So we got some time to wait still. So we'll go ahead and run some more laps and get my practice in. And another thing, I almost forgot to mention, with this car, the ABS is turned off by default, and there's nothing you can do to turn it back on. So you're stuck with no ABS. Which isn't terrible, honestly. I mean, once you get used to it, it's not that bad, but it just makes it even more challenging to drive with no ABS. So I'll go ahead and just show you my tune, show you what I'm working with here. Like I said, I fully tuned this car myself because obviously there's no way to share tunes on this game like in other games. So yeah, no ABS, so gotta be a little bit more careful on the brakes. So yeah, like I said, there are lots of people out there that have way better tunes than me, but all things considered, this tune isn't the worst. Like, with the way I have this car set up, it works. As long as it gets around the track at a decent pace, then it's all good with me. Obviously, I'm not trying to beat no world records or anything like that. As long as I can get around the track and I can get within 2 seconds of the fastest time, then that's good enough for me. So yeah, this should be very interesting. I just hope in this first race I do, my safety rating doesn't get destroyed, and we'll also see what kind of skill gap we have in the race we end up getting put in. I ran that 59.4 on the wheel just a moment ago. Let's see if I can get close to that again. Ooh, careful. There we go. Yeah, honestly, once you get used to not having ABS on, it's really not that bad. Which kind of makes me wonder why, like, most of the fast guys on this game, or pretty much 99% of the people that play this game, always run ABS. I mean, it's really not that bad once you get used to it. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. But I wonder if there actually is anybody that plays this game and is a really fast driver that actually drives with no ABS. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, once you get used to it, this is actually kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Oop, careful, don't lock her up. As long as I can run consistent 59s right now, then that should be alright. Oh, we're actually a little bit up on our time now. Slightly. Ooh, a slight improvement to our PB. Not by much, but something. But like I said, honestly, I'm not really worried about my lap time too much, because like I said, I don't care where I start or where I finish in these races. I just want to survive in one piece. That's all I want to try to do in these races, and just witness how the racing is in these. Because like I said, from what I've heard and seen from watching other people play this race, it's not very pretty. Oop, a little wide that time. Yeah. Alright, the matchmaking period should be open in the next couple minutes here. So we'll just run a couple more laps. It's about a minute per lap, so by the time we get around these next 2 laps, it should be time to get in there. Gotta be very gentle on the steering through that section, because if I turn the wheel just slightly too much, then the car's gonna oversteer and break traction. Yeah, locked up a little too much there. Oh, there you go. Oh, all but 2 laps in that session, and we ran 59s. So I'd say that's some fairly good consistency. All right, matchmaking period should be open now. So now we'll get in there and wait yet another 15 minutes. And I don't know how long we're gonna have to be waiting after this, because on the thing right here it says it takes 25 minutes, but for what I've seen, even though this is a 12-lap race, I mean, this is basically like a B or an A race. It only takes like just over 10 minutes. So I don't know how long we're going to have to wait in between races after this first one. If I do decide to do a second one, depending on how this first one goes. But only time will tell on that one, so we'll just have to wait and see. You know, shit, if they wanted this to be a 20-minute race like they wanted it, they should have done like maybe 20 laps at least, or at least something like that. Or maybe twice the amount of laps, like maybe 24. Or meh. I say maybe 20 would have been fine. Oh, not 4, 1, and 3. Okay. And now we keep running laps. Just keep getting used to the car. Honestly, I'm just having, like I said before, I did most of my testing on this on the controller last night, but now that I'm actually driving this thing on the wheel, I'm actually really having fun driving this thing. And especially because I know exactly how it drives, because I'm the one that tuned it. Yeah, like I said, there are way better tunes out there from other people, but I tuned it to the best of my ability. Although I will say, I have gotten better at tuning cars over the years, like especially after the amount of time I played Forza and such. Like, I've learned a lot about tuning cars from playing that game, because that game mostly relies on tuning cars. Only thing is, on that game you can share and download tunes from other people, but honestly, I don't like to do that. I don't really like using other people's tunes, because I want to be able to tune the car myself. Therefore, I know exactly how the car drives. Because, you know, I don't want to download somebody else's tune and then the car doesn't feel right, and then I can't adjust the tune, because in Forza, when you download somebody's tune, you can't mess with it any further. Like, whatever the tune is, you're stuck with it, and you can't, like, tweak it or anything. That's why I like to tune my own cars. So that way I know exactly how it drives, and if I need to tweak something, then I can tweak it on my own terms. And speaking of Forza, I hope y'all are enjoying the series that I've been putting out lately with me racing in the Horizon Open lobbies. I know those videos aren't really doing as well compared to Wreckfest right now at the moment. Obviously, my Wreckfest video is doing way better, but you know, I mean, as long as some people are watching it, then that's fine with me. You know, I don't have to get the same numbers on those videos that I do on Wreckfest, but as long as some people are watching them, then that's fine by me. At least some people are taking interest in it. Here we'll go, lock her up. There we go. Oop, almost got on the power too much. Car started to step out a little bit there. Had to lift a little bit there, otherwise the car would have just snapped down on me. Oops, shit. Oop. Oop. Yep, see what I mean? Turn the wheel just a little too much, the car just snaps down on you when you're full throttle at least. I did it again. Oh man, that lap could have been much better if I didn't outbreak myself there. Hey, there we go. There's another improvement. New PB. Damn, we're up at 210s coming out of that corner. We got about 2 more laps for our first race. Alright, well, I say this is definitely a very good warm-up. We're definitely running 59s consistently, so that's good. Yeah, I'm not worried about this lap, but yeah, the majority of the laps we've been running 59s constantly. A couple times we've only gone a minute lap, but most of the time, I say 90 98% of the time we're running 59s, so that's good. Alright, let's see what kind of lobby we get put in, and let's see what the skill gap is. I'm actually very curious on this. Let's see what we got. Okay, looks like we're in a bit of a lower lobby, and looks like we're starting third. Okay. Alright. So, as I said, and as the title of the stream entails, depending on how this first race goes, will be the decider on whether I do another one after this. So, we'll see how this first one goes. We're starting pretty high up, so as long as we don't, like, get caught up in the pack or anything, like, I feel like it should be a fairly chill race, hopefully. But damn, look at the skill gap. We got a 59.0 on pole. And we got, dude, look at that. We got a whopping 1+ second gap between 4th and 5th. Jesus Christ. That is a massive lap time gap. But yeah, our safety rating isn't like fully maximum, because the last race I had in the last stream, or the race before my last race in the last stream, kind of ruined it. But we're pretty much maximum S. So honestly, I don't know why I'm not in a higher lobby than this. But then again, there might not be very many fast guys playing this, because this race is not very popular compared to previous ones. So there might not be as many fast people on it as usual. But that's alright. Let's see how we get along here. Yeah, I imagine with that massive skill gap between 4th and 5th, the top 4, with me included, are probably going to pull ahead of the rest of the pack. So we'll see here. Good. And let's see how this goes. Careful. Almost lost it. Oh boy, lock it up. Oh, gonna send it. Yeah, I think these top 2 are going to break away here, so now it's just a matter of if we can keep it third or not. Oh, crap, and I'm going to drive off the track. No! Ah, crap. Okay, never mind. Well, we'll see how quick I can get through the rest of this pack here. Hey, watch it, pal. Right now, the best time is a 59.8. Don't know if we're gonna top that. I mean, we still got time in the race at least, so we can try to go for the fastest lap. Tire wear is on. I don't know what it is, what it's on exactly. I think it might be 1 times. I should look at that, but we're on the hard tires, so if it is on 1 times, then tires aren't gonna fall off that fast. No, I thought the car was going to snap on me. That's why I hesitated. That's alright. We still got the position. And we should be getting another one once this guy serves his penalty up here. Crap. Keep it on the track. Okay, we're good. And sayonara to you, sir. Well, we've been running consistent 59s in practice, but we haven't ran a 59 in the race so far. And some of these guys at the front probably definitely have more superior tunes than I do. Oh, I scared him. I scared him. Back to 5th. No, not again. Oof. Alright, let's see if we can catch up to Corey in 4th. there goes somebody. We're definitely gaining on them. Oh, almost a 59. A little bit of contact, but I mean, that seems like a reasonable overtake. All right, so we're back up to fourth, but now the top three are a whopping 14 seconds ahead of me, or at least third is. Hey, you know, I have to say, I know I started more towards the front, but hey, you know, I did make a mistake and I ended up more towards the back of the pack. And I have to say, the racing in this hasn't been as bad as I imagined it would have been, you know? Yeah, I had one major incident, but that was on my own accord, and I haven't had an incident with anybody else that would impact my safety rating. So, honestly, yeah, this race didn't go as bad as I thought. It's actually a lot clearer than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and do another one of these after this. This was nowhere near as bad as I imagined it was going to be. Oh, that last lap was a 59, so that was my first 59 in the race. But obviously the guys up front are running much faster laps than me. No, not again. God damn it. Well, that's the second time I put myself off the track. So, I guess I don't have as good of consistency during the race as I do in practice. But perhaps we can change that in the next one. But yeah, like I said, I'm sure the guys up in the top three now probably have far superior tunes than I do. Because yeah, like I said, over the years I have gotten better at tuning, but I'm still not the greatest tuner out there. So this tune I got, I could definitely make it better. I just don't know how. I just don't know what to do. But as long as it's reasonably fast, then you know it's fine by me. I mean, I can get consistent 59s with this tune, so I say that's fast enough, in my opinion. Well, sadly we couldn't keep that fourth place because I took myself out, but at least we still kept the top five. And actually, I don't think I had any major contact with anybody in that race. So we should go back to maximum S after that race. I had a little bit of contact with Corey out of the final hairpin, but that was just very minor contact, and he was already alongside me, and I didn't force him off the track or anything, so that shouldn't impact anything. But yeah, other than that, that was fun. I enjoyed that. And yep, see, there we go. Safety rating increased, so we should be back to maximum S now. Hopefully that doesn't change in this next race, but seeing as that first race went well. Okay, and yep, as expected, yep, because that was only a 10-minute race, we gotta wait another 15 minutes. Oh, goodness. You know what? I think while I'm waiting, I'm gonna run some laps around here. So, let me get in the correct car. In here. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna take some time to run some laps on this track. I'll just keep swallowing the tires. Alright, that's fine. Okay, it's 15 minutes. Alright, so in about 10 minutes I'll go back into that race and I'll prepare for my second race on there. But for now, we'll run laps on here. Sorry, I'm not worried about getting penalized. I'm just trying to get used to this car on this track. I know the track, but I haven't driven this car in a while. Okay, so I gotta use second through there. Okay. Alright, so I gotta go in second in this next corner here. And it's been a while since I've driven the old Subaru WRX GT3. No, whoops. Okay. It's alright, just getting some practice in. Not ready to run this race yet anyway. I have a very bad habit of turning in too early and clipping the grass in the apex. Alright, 5 more minutes and then we'll head back to Daily Race C to do our second race. Our second and final race. Oof. Yeah, it's going to be an improvement, but damn, not by as much as it could have been. Got a little wild coming out of that last corner. If I put in a good enough lap, I can definitely get in. I have a feeling I can get into the 29s. If not, probably maybe a high 29, but I feel like I can definitely hit one. Alright, now let's just see if we can apply that to this next lap here. I say we'll head back into Daily Race C after this lap here. Ah, damn it. I completely messed that up. Down the power too soon. Just need to get more than a 1035. That's all we need. That's all we need. At the moment, we don't have it. We gotta get this last section right here. Nah, we completely botched it. That's alright, I'll have plenty of time to get into the 29s when we actually do this for real. I know I can hit a 29, I just gotta put the lap together. But for now, we'll head back to Daily Race C and get ready for our second race on there. Alright, back over here. Let's get back in our Torino. There we go. Alright, and now you gotta get used to having no ABS again. I mean, shouldn't take too long to get back into it again. Well, it'll be interesting to see what kind of lobby I can put in now that my safety rating is back to maximum S. But I imagine, because like I said, there's probably not as many fast people doing this race. So I imagine it's probably not going to be as much different compared to the previous lobby I was in, but we'll see. Damn it, I thought I could just ease on the counter steering and just ease into it, but nope. I shouldn't have shifted up. Ooh, that was very good, that last corner. That's probably the best I've taken that corner so far. Okay, let's see what kind of lobby we're in this time now that our safety rating's back to maximum. Alright, looks like we're in a little bit higher of a lobby. We got an A+ driver here now with a 58.5. Okay, well, we're definitely not beating him. And let's see, all the top 4 have 58, so yeah, we're probably not going to get any better than 5th in this one. Because I guarantee you, all these guys in front of me have way superior tunes than I do. So, yeah, the goal for this one will be to just finish where I started. Because there ain't no way we're finishing any better than that. Unless somebody in the top 4 makes a mistake and doesn't catch up. That's really the only way we're going to win. Or not win, but that's the only way we're going to finish any higher than 5th in this one. Okay, we got 2 Corollas and 2 Torinos in the top 4. And of course, I'm driving the Torino myself. Alright, here we go. Our second and final race on Daily Race C. And then we shall be doing Daily Race B for the remainder of the stream. So yeah, the first race went pretty well. Let's see if we can follow it up with this one. Don't die, don't kill anybody, don't get killed yourself. Yeah, honestly, it's hard to tell whether... I mean, I'm sure obviously they got better tunes, but obviously these guys are probably better drivers as well. Yeah, I screwed that up. So yeah, the goal for this one will just be to keep 5th in this one. Hey, careful. Sticking your nose where it doesn't belong there, sir. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. Okay, this guy's got a penalty, so I shouldn't have to worry about him. For right now, at least. Oh boy, they're 3 wide up there. Well, they were. Momentarily. No, they are 3 wide up there. Hey, you know, with them fighting, you know, that could give me a chance here. If I can keep my pace up. Oh, there goes one of them. Oh, 2 of them. That's going to promote us to 3rd. There we go. 59.5. Fastest lap in the race so far, I believe. I think last race I got a 59.6. Ouch. Oh, second place made a mistake. Ah, crap. Got behind, just outbraked himself a little bit. I just seen that in the mirror. Yeah, second place did make a mistake in the first corner last lap, but he's just that much quicker that I couldn't even capitalize or even stay with him. He's just pulling away again. And the only reason I'm in third right now is because third and fourth before collided with each other and messed up. That's literally the only reason I'm in third right now. Got that hard D going on right now. Keep this third place. Careful. 2 more laps. Oh no. Whew, that was close. Oh, what happened to the other guy? Must have messed up. Must have made a big mistake. Hey, don't be doing that. All right, I will happily take that podium. Hell yeah. Honestly, I don't know what the fuss was all about this race being bad. Like, I mean, yeah, there's a massive skill gap, but this race was actually kind of fun. Yeah, I actually quite enjoyed that. Honestly, depending on how I'm feeling after I do some runs on the other race B, maybe I'll come back here at the end of the stream and do one more. We'll see. But for now, we're going to head over to Red Bull Ring in some Group 3 cars for a bit. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Alright, so now we go here. How long we gotta wait? 14 minutes. Alright. And you know what? I will just go ahead and just lock the medium tires onto my WRX so I don't have to keep messing with it every time. So let me see. Let me go ahead and jump into it really quick. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Nope, that's not what I want. It is what I want. Go ahead and lock on the medium tires in this menu. And I guess while I'm at it, fuck it, I might as well buy the other set of tires for this thing. While I'm at it. Just so I have them. Alright, now I'll go ahead and put the medium tires back on. There we go. Alright. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so we got about 13 minutes to try to hit a 29 before our first daily race B race. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Because it's weird, like, you get on the power coming out of that hairpin, and then it just breaks traction as you come out. Ah, man, I just went and lost it all on that lap. I cannot believe that, bro. Ah! Jesus Christ. Man, I was pushing way too hard. I braked way too early for that last corner. Mother. Alright. Reload and try again. Still got 5 minutes. You know, I'm not gonna restart. I'll just finish out the lap. Yeah, this ain't gonna be it. I went way too deep. God damn it. Okay, well, we hit a 29, but that lap was still crap. We can definitely do better. You know, because we only got 2 minutes, I'm just gonna restart now. Yeah, we definitely could have got deeper in the 29s, but I didn't screw up that one corner and go too deep. Or at least we hit a 29. But we can definitely shave at least a 10th off of that still. Probably, or maybe more. Okay, well, we can definitely do better, but I just gotta sort myself out in that last sector. Show some consistency. But that's alright. Like I said, at least we got a 29. Let's see what kind of lobby we're in. Okay, looks like we're starting about mid-pack, our usual place. And yep, this lobby is definitely a lot more populated with fast drivers compared to Daily Race C. See anybody starting at the back that we know? And nope. Looks like we have one person starting at the back, but don't know them at all. Never seen them before. And I don't recognize the few A+ drivers that we got up at the front here. None of the usual crowds that I'm used to seeing. So I have no idea how many of these races I'm gonna get through, but usually, typically, I like judging from my previous streams where I used to do all 3 daily races in one stream. Usually I can get through at least 3 races in 1 hour. So, and we got about an hour and a half of the stream to go. And like I said, if I'm feeling it, I might run one more daily race C right at the end. But we'll see how I'm feeling when we get that far. Alright, let's get her going. The guy's still on my inside. Get it stopped. Oh, you motherfucker. But man, I had that overtake done as well. And that guy just had to freaking turn me. Man, that was such a good move up there as well. I got stopped in time. I managed to get around. And then the guy just took me out. And of course, typical GT7 driver, they're not waiting. We still got a few laps, so we'll see if we can catch up and get out of last place at least. There goes the Mustang. That's a Lambo up in front of me, and it looks like he's got delivery on it from the Gran Turismo movie, aka the asshole. Yep, I think that's definitely the delivery from the movie. Yeah. Well, we managed to recover a few positions from that, at least. But yeah, I just wish I didn't get taken out by that guy like I did. I don't know who it was, but oh well. At least these are short races, so you know, just suck it up and go again. Well, the only problem is the shorter races means you have to wait longer for the next one. Yep, gotta wait a whole 9 minutes. But it gives us time to try to get deeper into the 29s. If the game will work. There we go. I went way too slow. Didn't carry enough speed. This ain't gonna be no better. Probably might not even be a 29. Yep, just shy of a 29. Oh god, that was worse than the last lap. Jeez. And it was also worthy of a penalty. And I missed the damn gear. Well, I didn't miss it. I hit the pedal. It just didn't shift down because I shifted down too early. Or at least tried to. Man, I'm not turning in early enough to the corner. I should be turning in as I'm braking. Man, am I not braking early enough all of a sudden? I'm braking around the market like I've been. Man, all of a sudden I can't get this car stopped properly into the first corner. There we go, that was a little better. Still a little bit slower than the Ghost, but that was better than the previous few attempts. Man, that was a better 29, but still, that was terrible. That was very bad through that last section. Which means if I can get it better this time, then we can definitely improve further, get even deeper. I was better through those last sections that time. I just, unfortunately, wasn't up on my time enough for it to matter. And that was even worse. Yeah, well, I managed to improve my time slightly, but there's still definitely time to be gained. I just gotta get the rest of the lap right as well. I could probably get maybe at least a 29.5 if I put a good lap together, or at least a lower 29.6 at most. Well, I should be able to hit a 29.5 at least. You know, let me see let me go to my, what's my, yeah, okay, so see, yeah, right there it shows that my optimum best is a 29.585. If I were to have nailed every section perfectly compared to the previous few laps. Yeah, if I were to put all my best sectors together, yeah, that's good enough for a 29.5. Yeah, let's see where we start this time. Probably no different than where we were before. Or it also depends on the lobby we're in. So let's see, if I got a 29.5, I would have been starting at least 7th. So really no different than where I am now. And looks like we got nobody staring at the back with no quality time this time. Now everybody in here has the time set. Yeah, and there goes the rest of my coffee. Okay, let's see if we can get through this race without getting taken out this time. That would be preferred. Prefer. Get an overtake on the Porsche immediately. That was a little bit slow on the start. Is that the OG Porsche? Oh, no. I can't tell if that's the OG Porsche or if that's the newer Porsche that they just added. Couldn't tell. Oh boy, they're coming in hot. And you son of a bitch. Okay, that was a very questionable move from that guy. Completely compromised my exit. And I think that is the newer Porsche, I think. Or is it? Actually, no, it might be the older one. Alright, let's see if we can get our position back on this guy who did the dive bomb on me on the first lap. Get back here, boy. Get your ass back here. I ain't done with you. Oh, thank God. I actually thought I was going to get a penalty for going too wide after that second to last corner. We got away with it. Woo! He's going to go defensive. That's fine. He's with it. It's within his rights to do so. Oh, almost got the switcheroo. Is he gonna defend this corner too? Yep, looks like he's gonna. Okay, it's one thing if you're gonna defend the corner, it's another thing if you could have cut right back in front of me like that. Like, you can't completely block the line. Okay, this guy's driving even more questionably than the other guy. Damn, I was hoping he would have got a penalty there. Ah man, I wish I could have beat this guy in front of me. But that's alright. At least I beat the guy who dive bombed me originally. And damn, I think he got spun out at the end there, and he finished with a 1 second penalty. Oh man, he had a horrible last lap. Well, at least we didn't get fully taken out in that one. We got roughed around a little bit, but at least we didn't get completely taken out in that race. And we actually got a clean race bonus somehow. So I'll take it. Right, let's go again. Yeah, right, let's see if we can get that elusive 29.5 that I'm chasing. But I know I can hit it. I just gotta put the lap together. Alright. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, now turned into. that was another 29 at least. Ah, damn it. Damn it! Yeah, that was a terrible line. Absolutely terrible. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, hey, 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 hey. Don't be doing that to me now. Alright, we still got a few minutes to do something. Don't give me a penalty, don't give me a penalty, don't give me a penalty. Yes, okay. Lost a little bit of time in the last couple of corners there, but 29.4, I'll take it. That possibly could have been a 29.3, but that's alright. I'll take it. Well, I mean, the second to last corner wasn't my fault. I went shit down the third, but it didn't catch it. So that lost me about like half a tenth or maybe more. And I didn't get the best run out of the last corner as I could have. But you know, I'll take the 29.4. That's a good lap out of me. Yep. Get your ass up there. I'm just messing around now, waiting for the race to start. Okay, yeah, so we got a 29.4 now. Let's see where that puts us. Alright, looks like we're starting no better than we did in the last race. Let's see. Let's take a look at the back here. And nope. Nope. Like, once again, nobody at the back with no time set. Alrighty, let's go, let's go. Starting 7th on the grid this time. And I didn't pay attention, but I don't see any of the names that of the people I was racing against in the previous race, so don't have to worry about them this time. It was Case or something, and then something that started with an L was the other guy. Or actually, no, I think that's him. Or, no, it's not. Alright, let's go. Ooh, somebody with a penalty right off the rip. Whoa! What are you doing, sir? Good God, Jesus! Okay, I was about to say, I thought I saw somebody coming in hot in the mirror. Okay, well, at least I didn't get fully taken out from that, but Jesus. Okay, Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, very much deserved penalty for that. Wait, did he get penalty? Or was that somebody else? Well, either way, I got front and rear bumper damage now because of that. If he didn't get penalized for that, I swear. Well, somebody did. Somebody got a 2-second penalty. Maybe it wasn't the car behind me that caused it. Maybe the Porsche hit that car into me, which put me into the Golf car, or whatever car that was. See, I think that might have been a 4-way domino effect caused by the Porsche, because he's the one with the 2-second penalty. Well, that's going to put me off the pack a little bit, but we'll see if we can catch up before the end. That was a very slow exit out of that corner. But even if we don't catch him, we're in the position that we started in. And actually, Cass is in this race. But of course, he started behind me. Well, actually, he started behind me in the last race. I don't know what I'm saying, but he actually is in this race. You know what? I think he's the one driving the Porsche, actually. So it might have been him that caused that whole incident there. Or maybe not. I think that was him that just got ran off the track. Damn it, I keep braking too early for that turn. Okay, well, I finished where I started, so I'll take it. Ah, damn it. If only I was just a little bit closer, I could have got another position off Lopez, who got a 2-second penalty at the end. Nope. Okay, I don't know why I lost safety rating for that. Me knocking that guy off the truck the way I did, that was completely not my fault whatsoever. So I don't know why I lost safety rating for that. Because I was the innocent bystander and all that. Okay, well, it said I lost rating, but barely. Okay. Alright. I said I was only doing 2 of these races, but you know what? Screw it. We'll go ahead and do 1 more to make it 3 of each. We'll run 1 more of these, and then we'll call it for this evening. Now we need to get back into the swing of driving this car again. Remember, no ABS. Honestly, if only H pattern shifters weren't disabled in sport mode, I would totally be using my H pattern shifter right now. That's the one thing I wish they didn't disable. Like you can use your H pattern anywhere else in this game, just not in sport mode. Yeah, I should have shifted up. Hang on a second, y'all. Hey, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. Just taking a phone call really quick. Haven't ran a 59 yet, but then again, I was talking on the phone as well and driving, which isn't ideal. Now we got just enough time for one more lap. See, look at that. As soon as I finish talking, I start running 59s. That just proves it right there that I can't talk and be fast at the same time. I need to be quiet and have full concentration. Okay, let's see where we're starting in this, in our final race of Daily Race C and our final race of the stream. Okay, looks like we're starting 5th this time around. Well, if the game will work, that is. Come on. Game, hello. Oh, there we go. Let's see. So, yep. Once again, all the top 4 are in 58s, and there's about a 3/10 gap between me and the guy behind. So yeah, I'm definitely not in the lower rated lobby in this race by any means. There's just not as many of the fast guys in this race. Hey. Alright. Okay. Let's see how this goes. We'll see if we can at least keep this top 5. We got lucky in the last one we did, where 2 guys right in front of us and we were able to get third from it. But I don't know if we'll be so lucky in this one. So at the least, our goal is to at least keep this top 5. Well, there's one free position for me. Keep it on track, keep it on track, keep it on track. Okay. Not the way I wanted to take that corner, but at least we kept it on the track. We didn't go on the grass. Oh, there goes another one. Managed to bring it back though. Oh, Willie. Oh, oh. Well, maybe not actually. Oh. Well, that just lost me time to the other 2. Top 2 is starting to fight a little bit. Yeah, I just can't keep up with these other guys. They're better drivers and definitely have better tunes than I do. Oh, one of them's off. Well, once again, I have been gifted third. But unless these two take each other out at the front, then that's all we're going to get. Damn, I haven't ran a single 59 in this race so far. I had a couple 1 minute zeros, but just haven't scraped the 59 yet. No, ah, crap. Well, shit. You know, we're still in top 5. We may have lost third, but we're still in top 5. You know, we still got a few laps left. We might have a chance to get fourth here. I'll break myself, but I mean. And I think I just gave myself a half-second penalty there. Yep. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I did it. Well, now I need to try to open up a gap behind on this last lap to where I won't lose fourth. Okay, we definitely got a big enough gap to where we won't lose the position. 2 seconds is more than enough. It's almost 2.5 now. Yeah, we're good. We're definitely keeping fourth. Well, we could have had third in that one, but of course I made that silly error. But hey, at least we still finished. We still finished one up from where I started. But yeah, honestly, I feel like, yeah, like I said before, like this race has not been as bad as people were making it sound. And if this combo ever comes up again for Daily Race C, then I'm definitely gonna run a full stream on this daily race. Because this is actually this was very fun. I quite enjoyed this one. Despite the amount of hate it's getting from other people, I quite like this. This was fun. So yeah, I'll definitely be saving this tune on this car for if this combo ever comes up again. I mean, I doubt it, but hey, you never know. All right. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. So, yep. I'll see y'all next week to do this again. And next week, we'll be running Daily Race C fully, depending on what it is, of course. But until then, I thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I shall catch y'all in the next one. See y'all later.